Good morning all, welcome back. Monday morning, and as you will have seen most likely this morning, Ben Habib has announced the launch of a brand new political party in the UK, Advance UK. A name change. Most of us thought that it was going to be the Integrity Party, but Ben has launched with a fresh name, Advance UK. Now, at the end of this video, I'll play Ben's announcement piece. Many of you will have already seen that, so I'll pop that in last. Yesterday I announced that Ben would be on my channel tonight exclusively, live at 7 PM. That is going ahead as planned. This video is just to tell you about how it's going to happen, how it's going to pan out, and just so that you guys know exactly what's going on. Now, Ben has chosen my channel to answer your questions live. Overnight, I've received about, I'd say, between 300 and 500 questions. I haven't counted them, to be honest. At the moment, I've not even had the bloody chance to read them all. But there's about 300 to 500 questions for Ben. There will, of course, be a lot of questions coming through live on tonight's live show. I am sure that the vast majority of you out there will be sensible enough to understand that I won't be able to read them all. It's physically impossible unless we sat on the live stream for about 24 hours. So what I'm going to do today, between now and the interview, is I'm going to condense those questions into the most pertinent ones, the tough ones, the questions that you guys would want me to ask, and we'll get Ben's answer. Simple as that. Ben is inviting people to join his new party. I'm sure he'll explain that more later on during the live stream, but it's a show that I'm really looking forward to, and I'm really honoured that Ben has chosen my platform and you, my audience, to address first live this evening. It's a big thing. Now, look, I know a lot of people are going to be talking about vote splitting. I know a lot of people are going to be saying, oh, you know, how is this going to work? Look, I've said this to you 1,000 times before. We have no general election for a very long time. And I do personally get and understand the concerns about vote splitting, but that is one of the things that Ben will address this evening. Feel free to pop your questions in the comment section. Feel free to pop your questions in the live show tonight. And what I believe Ben is going to do, if your question doesn't get read out tonight, and I've got to be honest, the chances of that are fairly slim because I already got a pretty long list. I think what Ben's going to do, let me just let this lorry go past. I think what Ben's going to do, he's going to read those questions afterwards. And he's a very considered man, Ben, so your question won't have been a waste of time, even if it's not read out. So a big day in British politics. It's not often that a new political party with such a high profile leader is launched and announced. I have a lot of questions for Ben. I'm sure he's going to answer them. And it's definitely one that I'm really looking forward to. I'll see you later, 7 PM live. Don't miss it.
Hello folks. Now some of you will know me as Ben Habib, the political commentator, others as Ben Habib, the former deputy leader of Reform UK, as I was, Ben Habib, the Brexit Party MEP, as I was. But today I address you in a new capacity. I address you as the leader in waiting of Advance UK, a new political force on the British political landscape, a new political party. So why a new political party now? Well, the simple truth of the matter is that the United Kingdom is in deep, deep trouble. We face multiple existential threats, constitutionally, culturally, economically. We are on the precipice, if not over it. And none of the political parties on the British landscape at the moment offer the solutions required to save our country. It is imperative, therefore, that a new political force comes into being. And that's why Advance UK is being launched. So what does Advance UK stand for? It's very simple. We stand for a proud, independent, prosperous United Kingdom. And how do we get that? The first is we stand for the nation state of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, in all its parts and for all its people. At the heart of our constitutional foundation are the Acts of Union 1800, and we will make sure that those acts are observed completely. We will stand for freedom of speech. Freedom of speech is critical to democracy. Without freedom of speech, simply you can't have debates and you therefore can't have democracy. We will ensure that our children are not indoctrinated. We will ensure that the political views you hold won't land you in jail. It is absolutely vital for the progression of any civilization to be able to air their views without fear and without favor. Freedom of speech also will be at the heart of our political philosophy. Which brings me to democracy. No country can succeed other than through democracy. It may not be a perfect system, but it is frankly the best system that the world has ever produced. And we used to be the mother of all democracies. But as a result of our freedom of speech being set aside, burdens coming into British law from international law, memberships of supranational institutions, the giving away of power from Parliament, these entities, as well as domestic quangos, we are just a shred of the democratic force that we used to be. And if we wish to be prosperous, it is essential that we restore our democracy. So the other principle by which Advance UK will stand is the removal of international and supranational laws from our political fabric, from our constitutional fabric, the removal of all these quangos and these so-called experts, and the returning of power to Parliament, where we can hold our parliamentarians properly to account. And what we must remember is that those of us who are in public service are only in public service to serve the people. The people don't serve us, we serve the people. And that quaint old concept has to be re-established. And the fourth principle on which we stand, and this is essential just as the other three are, is equality before the law. We must all be allowed to go about our daily lives not fearing that we might be subjected to a two-tier criminal justice system. And like our democracy, our judicial system, which used to be the pride of this nation, has been deeply damaged over the last few decades. We will restore our judicial system so that Lady Justice once more is blindfolded. I should also add that we won't be applying immediately to the Electoral Commission for registration as a political party. Today is really a call to you, the British people, inviting you to back us and to show your backing by joining as members. And if we get to 30,000 members, then we will immediately apply for full political party status. And in order to give you an extra incentive to join us as members, we are going to have a discounted fee rate for the first 30,000 members of only £10 per annum. So that by the time we get to applying for party status, we will have £300,000 in the bank. And in order to show that I am completely in this with you, shoulder to shoulder with the British people who by then would have shown me they absolutely want this party, I will donate £100,000 to the party at that time. So when we go for the Electoral Commission registration, we have the support of the British people and we're well funded and we're able to do that which we need to do in order to save our country. I invite you to show your confidence, please, in Advance UK, to show that you care about the same things that I've just outlined, and please sign up today. So how can you join Advance UK? Well, it's very simple. Please go to our website, click on membership, and join as a member. We're relying on the best of British. We're relying on you.